Oh Jesus. Oh, is it working? I hope it's working. All right. I'm gonna check audio real quick. I'm gonna just make sure this is not like super bad. Hmm. Okay, so that works. And oh, okay, sweet. Everything works. So many fucking bots. Okay. All right. I guess I should get this started. Hey guys, my name is Kevin Z. I'm part of the Dudes team, and I'm here to I'm here basically just to introduce to you guys to a lot of discussions with the new cards. So that's basically what's going to be the majority of what we're going to be talking with today, and yeah. Who will be joining me here today? It's actually going to be Markus Kantarci. So and yeah. Oh dang it. All right, so just trying to trying to get my butches here. All right, so yeah, Marcus, are you there? Yeah, I could hear you. I'm doing good. I hope you're doing good. All right, so I am going to so I'm going to switch over to from my screen to go into the other one. So Marcus, I will be sharing my screen with you, and just give me 1 second, please, while I fix that. All right, so I'm going to do this, do that. All right, so we're good there, and then I'm going to change the screen on here. So I'm gonna do that. So I'm going to change the screen right here. I'm going to go to right here. Yes. All right, so we're right here at a bunch of the because it's not on the official court. It's not on the official. It's not on the official DBS page. We're gonna have to go to Kami House MX, which has all the cards. And yeah, that's basically how it's gonna go
I
down
knew
for a
about
little bit.
this. I never knew about this group.
I honestly didn't. I just discovered them on accident when I was looking for where I could find some of the cards, because I know another guy did on the discussion page as well, but I just figured that this might be easier.
True.
All right, so I'm gonna get started. So let me just do this. So with the red cards, we got Bulma Heartfelt Wish. Blocker. When this card activates its blocker skill, choose up to one of your opponent's leader cards, battle cards, and it gains minus 5k for the turn.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I think it's and it's also a pretty fair card for just a one drop blocker. It does a lot with just the very little that you do with it.
Yeah, I mean, you block a card, so you block one attack, and then you give minus 5k to something else. So potentially block another attack with it as well. So two attacks you're blocking for one energy feels pretty good.
And minus 5k, and it can also target the leader and the battle card, so you're not stuck with just okay, yeah, just the leader card or just the
Yeah,
battle card. So there's no one side street.
true. And it's for the whole entire turn, so you could potentially pick something that has like dual attack, and on both those attacks, they're gonna get minus 5k, which is pretty good.
Oh, whoops. Sorry, I accidentally put because I wanted to do the music as well, but it seems like it's too loud. Um, It's okay. So for the next card, we got there it is. Pilaf. Pilaf King, King Piccolo's Underling. If your leader card's red, this card can attack battle cards in active mode. For a 2 drop, I don't think that's what you want to spend your energy on.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think it's the best, to be
Yeah,
honest.
I honestly okay. Like the only thing that it has going for it is that it doesn't cost 2 red.
Right.
That's the only thing, and that's still very lackluster. That
I'm not sure if there's any combos in the Pilaf decks or the Pilaf theme to like free play him, but
I think maybe the 1 drop shoe.
okay.
I think
But yeah,
I think maybe that card, but I don't know. That's still pretty lackluster to me, to be honest.
right. Yep,
Uh,
overall doesn't seem good.
Then we got Shu, King Piccolo's Underling. Counterplay. If your leader card's red, play this card in the battle card game. Battle card being played has 5k power or less. Is placed in the owner's drop area instead of being played. I think that's very situational.
Yeah.
I don't think that you would run this. I don't see what deck you would run this against. I guess Bardock's crew.
Uh I guess, the restriction is pretty harsh on this one.
Yeah,
5k or less power?
if it was 10k, then I would be like, okay, yeah, it's decent. But this isn't. It's not that. It's 5k power, which very rarely a lot of cards have.
Right. So it can't hit like the topo, it can't hit Trunks counter,
Nope.
negate, so
Even two
can't
drop
really
or
hit
less.
anything.
Even something
Right.
like 2 drop or less would have been fine.
True, true.
Yeah.
So for
So
one energy, it seems like it's a draft box card for sure.
yeah. Let's see here. We got King Piccolo's Yearning for Youth. When this card is played, draw 1 card. Activate main once per turn. Pay 2 red energy. If your leader card is red, this card gains 11k power and critical for the turn. And if your opponent's life is at 5 or more, deal 1 damage to them.
I kind of like this one actually. I'm a big fan of cards, especially the one energy cards that, they come in, they draw one, and then if they stick on the board, they do things later on. So they're not as useless, they're not just a play one, draw one, and that's it. They do more stuff if they survive. So it's kind of like a high risk, medium reward type of thing, or
This
low risk actually, because it's only one energy.
Yeah, but for red, it's kind of difficult to balance out your energy because with red, you either spend a lot and you gain nothing, or you spend a lot and you do get something.
That's true. Yeah, it's not like blue where there's lots of untapping
Yeah,
happening.
you're
That is correct.
you are very limited. So I guess the only thing that it has going for it is that you could do like a mixture, like blue red.
Uh-huh.
So that would be the only thing that I would feel like you could have an advantage on because you could play Beerus to untap, then Bean, and like stuff like that. But if it's just red, you're super limited.
Right. It is pretty nice though. It gets critical. So it's gonna be a 15k critical. And the second part, if your opponent's life is at 5 or more, deal 1 damage, that's automatically. So it just does it right there and then. So you pay 2 red, you deal 1 damage, basically.
You could even do that as your turn 1 and turn 2 play if you really wanted to.
Right.
It
So it seems like a cool way to kind of burst your opponent down a little bit.
Yeah, and it's just, and also because that's attacking, and then your leader's going to be attacking. They're probably going to be at around 5 life, give or take.
Yep.
Yeah, the next card we got Tambourine Demon Clan Warrior. This one's super blurry. I apologize for that. Is unique and critical. Auto. If your leader card is red and you choose 1 card in your hand other than this card and discard it, when your opponent takes damage from a skill on one of your, I want to say battle cards or unison cards, play this card from your hand.
Okay.
So I think that's supposed to go with the Piccolo.
Yeah. And this one also has critical as well.
So 2 critical attackers potentially that you could get on your turn 2.
Yep. This one you do have to pitch a card for it though, so it's not as
Yeah,
free.
if it was like if it honestly if it was free, then it would be so much better.
Absolutely.
But just based on this, like how red is, I feel like it might be a little bit lackluster, especially if you're planning on putting multiple of these in the Piccolos.
Right. I do like though how like it has critical as well. So a lot of these red cards having crit means Bardock the Resolute probably triggers easier. I think Bardock the Resolute from set 10 is a really good card.
Which one is that one? That one is
The one that it's a black battle card, 15k, and it has double strike. And it says if you deal damage to your opponent by a skill, then play him for free.
I remember which one you're talking about.
Yeah,
The Xeno Bardock.
correct. And he restands when they counter, so he puts in a lot of pressure once he's out.
That is a lot of pressure. So maybe in like a sort of like a what is it called? Like a I don't know how you say that term. It's like go all in deck. I keep forgetting what that term
Glass
is.
cannon.
There you go. A glass cannon.
Yeah,
If you're in a glass cannon deck, I could see that working.
true, true.
Then we got the next card, Strength through Survival. Activate main. If your leader card's red, draw a card. Then choose up to one of your red cards, and your opponent cannot activate blocker skills in response to that card's attack for the turn.
Mhm.
Uh, hmm. For a one drop is okay because this is like King Piccolo. You get the one drop draw card, and you get the
Uh-huh.
additional effect.
Right. I it seems really cool, like a really cool card, but the fact that there doesn't seem to be too many blockers in the meta, I don't think it'll see play. But if there was a lot of blockers in this meta, then I could see this card being really good because it replaces itself and you're kind of getting one attacker to guarantee to go through, which is very nice.
Yeah, and but I do what one thing I do like about it. It says one of your red cards that could include leader, unison, or battle cards.
True, yeah.
That's the only
Yeah.
thing I feel like it has going for it.
Yeah.
Next card we got Tian Shenhan's Mafuba counterattack. If your leader card is red, negate the attack, then choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards or unison cards and gains minus 5k for the turn.
Okay. The art looks cool. I like the art on this
Yeah,
card a
it,
lot,
reminds me.
actually.
It reminds me a lot of the other ones, like
Yeah.
the other Mafubas.
It's pretty cool.
I think it's a counterattack, so any card that attacks, if your leader card's red, and then negate it actually negates the attack, unlike After Image or any of the other ones. Um,
Uh,
which I feel like that has what it's going for it, because unlike Wolfang Fist and After Image, it actually negates the attack.
True, yeah. Even then though, I this one is also kind of similar to like the what card did we see earlier? We just saw it. The
Uh, I th-
that does the -5 for the turn. It's good, but I don't think it's, good enough to take over something like After Image or Violent Rays, stuff like that.
yeah, as I said, the only thing that this card will affect is Unison.
Right.
So you could negate the leader swing and then minus 5k to their unison. So all of a sudden they have a 10k attacker, and you negate an attack with just one card.
Yeah.
So it's decent in my eyes.
Yeah. Art looks cool though.
Yeah, the art definitely does look cool. And then then we got Master Roshi Potential Unleashed.
Oh, that's
Uh
cool too.
yeah, it does. Look at them gains. If your leader card is red, and your opponent's life is at 5 or more, when this card is played, deal 1 damage to them. So automatically when it's played, deal damage if they're at 5 or more.
Hmm.
Then the +1 activate main. If this card gains 5k power for the turn, pretty basic. Then the next one is -4 activate main. This card gains 15k power and double strike for the turn.
Okay. Yeah, this card is pretty nice. I do like the automatically deal 1 damage. Once again, they're going with that theme for it. So Bardock the Resolute, that's the only thing that's like popping in my mind right now as I see these cards. Oh man, that's a free play for Bardock the Resolute. So it's cool that they're pushing the red burn damage more. Uh, and yeah, for 2 energy, comes in, deals 1 damage right away, 15k. I wish it was a +2 instead of a +1. Then it would be really nice.
Yeah,
So like he's gonna be a little bit hard to survive with once you play him.
yeah, because like if you notice with blue and green, those cards have +2 cards, like the +2 activate mains that just boost,
Right.
that make it so much harder to kill. This one is gonna be a little bit more easier because it's only has a +1 effect.
Right, yeah. And then his -4, it doesn't seem like it's that great to be honest.
I agree. It
I think this card you're just playing it just to get an early unison on board and just to deal that one automatic damage just so they could trigger some other battle card. I think that's kind of his purpose.
I get you. And another thing I want to say about this, about like going back to one of the other cards. They said that one of the chats says that just discard the draw two ape, pitch ape easy, and I'm just like, no, that's not gonna happen every time.
Yeah,
Like, like it's really good like when it does happen, but it's not gonna happen every time. But this card is just, I feel like it's just lackluster. It needed a +2 effect.
true. I agree.
Then for the next card, we got Yansha Eye for an Eye, 4 drop. Double strike. When this card attacks, choose up to one mono red battle card with energy cost 2 or less in your hand and play it. This card is also pretty lackluster.
Yeah.
Because for 4 energy, you're playing a 20k that doesn't have deflect or barrier, and there's just so many things that could go wrong with this card.
Yep, definitely. This is one of those cards where you're just playing it just to play in like a draft format because in today's meta, there's no way it survives.
No, because because green is like one of the most optimal ones right now. Blue is a good runner up when it comes to all those counter plays and stuff. Like, because the Trunks will bounce this back, the Frieza will pop this before he gets its auto. It's just too many things that could go wrong in the current meta.
Yeah, totally agree.
Then for the next one, 5 energy, so a little bit more expensive. Tian Shenhan, Eye for an Eye, critical, dual attack. When this card is played, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards. It means minus 25k power for the turn. Critical, dual attack.
It is pretty nice, the critical dual attack, but does come at a pretty high cost, right? 5 energy. We
Yeah.
tend to not see those turns anymore.
Yeah, I honestly don't think this is a good card. I feel like this
Yeah.
they couldn't even give it deflect. Like
Yeah.
like for 5 energy, you want something.
Right, exactly. Usually now when we have our 5 energy plays, we're ending the game, and a 25k dual attack crit, I don't think that's going to end the game.
I, I
Even his auto, it says choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards. If it said cards, then maybe because you could do it on the leader. So you neg their leader by 25k, and you're swinging in with the 25k. So it's kind of like auto 1 damage. Even that would have been better, but
Yeah,
yeah.
I totally agree. And again, 5 it's a 5 drop that doesn't have deflect or barrier, while Gotenks has deflect and gets something back if it's destroyed.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so I feel like this is just this card, like the high cost cards that they're making for red, not that good.
I agree.
And then we have all the Mai that everyone was talking about.
Oh yeah. So this card, I kind of already know what it does, right? Um, when it's played, draw a card, so it replaces itself and it has barrier. And then when your opponent switches their energy to active mode using a counter skill, place up to 1 card from your opponent's life and 1 card in your opponent's energy in their drop area. So basically, it stops the dimension magic, right?
Mm-hmm. Dimension Magic, Wizard's Corrosion, stuff like that.
Right. So I don't know. There was a lot of hype and talk about this card in the community group, but I don't see this card being that effective, to be honest.
It's a definite side card at least.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they're gonna side it in against what? Blue?
Yeah. Blue would be the only color that you would side this card in.
Right. So now as a blue player myself, if I see my opponent play this, um, then I'm just gonna say, okay, I'm not gonna play my dimension magic, which is great, it's a good thing for you, but it's not really ruining my gameplay. I still have like my Trunks heroic prospect negates.
Yeah,
Um,
beans.
yeah, I still have Senzu Beans. Zamasu super combo is still just as effective. And so basically, until I get rid of this from the board, I just don't play Dimension Magic. Or, I could even play Dimension Magic, but just not untap my energy. So,
That is also true. You could use it. Don't have to untap. It says up to.
right. So I don't see this being like the end all that
Mm.
some people make it seem to be for the blue archetype. I think blue is still safe.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, I completely agree. Oh, one of the other people said that with the 4 and 5 drop cards, um, they said that those cards do work with Bunny Bulma.
Oh, that's some pretty good tech.
Because
True.
you could, because if you're playing against green, they KO it. You could revive it back with Bunny Bulma.
That is true, yeah.
Okay, so that is something I did not think about because Bunny Bulma doesn't really see that much play currently.
Right. Yeah, and that's a really good card actually. It does bring in Earthling only cards. And yeah, all these guys are Earthlings.
So it all makes sense.
Yeah.
Then we got for the next card Piccolo Jr., the King's Return. When this card is played, choose up to one of your other red battle cards. It gets 5k power and double strike for the turn. Activate main, pay 1 red energy. If your leader card is red and you discard this card from your hand, your opponent's life is at 6 or more, deal 1 damage to them.
Huh. Okay. So another burn type effect per energy you pay.
Mm-hmm.
And the auto is actually really interesting. For 2 energy, you give something 5k and double strike.
It's like a little mini pan.
Correct.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
yeah,
is.
yeah. It's a very mini pan, but I do like the activate main because that could trigger the Bardock.
That is correct too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, super early too because it just activated. All right, play it, swing.
Yep. And your opponent most likely is going to have 6 or more life, on your turn one, right?
Yeah,
So it's an easy way to deal 1 damage, bring out Bardock. And this guy is also a 15k body too. So pretty
that's
cool.
yeah. It's very sorry. It's a very decent card. I'm not gonna like. It seems fair, like, and it's just decent.
Yeah. I do
For
think it's nicely designed for sure.
Yes, I agree, and I have never seen that image either. Like the egg
I
with
know he's
pickle. Yeah,
the,
yeah, I have never seen
the
that.
cute Piccolo man.
Yeah, it's so weird. I have never seen that. You go for this one.
All right, so Corin the Cat Sage. It's a red-green card, so that's pretty cool. How it's multicolor.
Mm-hmm.
And the auto says choose 1 card in your hand and discard it. When this card is played, choose one. Play up to one skillless battle card with an energy cost of 2 or less from your drop area, or choose up to one red or green battle card with an energy cost of 1 in your hand and play it, and it gets 10k power for the turn. Have we seen a red or green battle card with an energy cost of 1? Which ones are out there right now? So like, what are the targets for that second one?
Intensifying power trunks.
Oh, okay, red or green. My bad. I thought I
Mm-hmm.
meant
You could
red green multicolor card. That's what I thought I meant. But
yeah, but with
okay,
with this one, you could summon like the intensifying power trunks Kaba or anything like that, and suddenly you have a 25k double strike or critical card.
correct. Yeah, that's actually really nice. This card could potentially be used with some maybe heartfelt plea strategies.
That is
You
true.
could use this card's effect, play a red battle card, give it 10k power, and now it's 25, and then that's your awakened target for heartfelt
Heartfelt
plea.
bleed. Yeah, it's on. It would this would actually be perfect. The one thing that like I don't like about it is that you have to choose one card in your hand and discard it. So you're wasting 2 cards by playing this card and from discarding.
Yeah, that is correct.
That's the only thing I don't like, but potentially this could be very good in
Yep.
terms of like the heartfelt plead. I don't really like the skill list that much.
Right.
I feel like it doesn't do too much, but it's there.
Right. There's a lot of really good other effects if you want to go the skill list route.
One of the commenters, Edwin, he said that the fact that blue can't use their mechanic while others don't have as many silver bullets is BS.
The fact that blue can't use their mechanic while others don't as many silver. I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all right. I think it's not too big of a silver bullet. That's the thing. So
I feel like it's fair for red,
right.
but the fact that they made it for other available to other colors just make it a little, yeah, maybe a little bit unfair.
Yeah.
And Mr. Plus says that he doesn't know if his messages are going to the chat. Yes, they are. We were discussing about D Magic and like not choosing not to untap, etc. So just
The
wanted to,
plus, what's up, man?
yeah, just wanted to reiterate on that. Sorry, I stutter so much. It's stupid. Then,
All good.
all right. So we got another two drop. Kakarot, Fate's Dawning. It's a blue red card, so not bad. But it does a very similar effect to the other one where you have to discard a card. When this card's played, choose one. Play up to one skills card with energy cost of 2 or less from your drop area. And then draw one card, then choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and gains minus 5k power for the turn.
Okay. So
I feel like this is,
interesting.
you choose one
Uh,
card to discard it, then draw one.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I feel like this is like a form of bad filtering.
Right. Yeah. It really is. And that effect is kind of lackluster too. Just minus 5k for the turn is really not too big of a deal. I'd rather just like draw an extra card, to be honest, than do
Yeah,
that.
yeah. It's just I don't feel like it's good. Even the skillless part is just a little lackluster because of dormant and a bunch of other cards that could just get rid of them really easily.
True.
Then we got this one. You want to read this one, Marcus?
Kami, Lord of the Lookout. If your leader card is red, when this card is played, choose one, draw one. Okay. Or choose up to one of your red unison cards and add a marker to it.
Okay, so
Interesting.
it's definitely an interesting card to say because like remember how we were talking about with the Roshi that it doesn't gain that many counters.
Uh huh.
This is I guess this was supposed to be Red's solution of like okay maybe we could force it like force giving it a counter.
Right. Yeah, I do think as the game evolves, we will see more cards that add markers to your unison cards, and I think those are going to be really good in the future. We actually got a card this set, I think, the Bardock. It's a e- 3 red energy card. It says when you play it, add 3 markers to a unison card.
I think I remember
Um,
that card.
yeah, it's a super rare from this set, and
Yeah,
it's really good. It's just the red unisons are not that good.
yeah.
So
It,
in time, these effects I think will be better, but probably not right now.
I feel like Red just needs to be fleshed out more.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, their 2 energy unisons are not that great because you don't want to play that Bardock, for example, on turn 4. You want to play it on turn 3. So if you play a unison on turn 2 and then you play that Bardock, it's great. And same thing with that Kami.
I completely agree. Then we also have King Piccolo, 5 seconds to eradication. So I guess this is like the moment in the anime when Goku punched him to the stomach,
Right.
but they consorted the stomach part.
Yeah.
So I guess it's just weird that he's just spitting out an egg.
Yeah.
No, but
5 seconds still.
he has deflect and barrier.
Oh yeah, so
Uh,
this guy is super safe.
Okay, yeah. So he's a keeper. He's definitely there. He's there to
Uh,
stay. If your leader card is red, your opponent cannot activate blockers skills in response to this card's attack. So that's decent. Auto once per turn. If your leader card is red, when this card attacks, choose up to one of your red unison cards. Add a marker to it. Add one card from your life to your hand. When this card's attack is negated, deal 1 damage to your opponent.
Very nice. This card is very nice.
Yeah, yeah. It's
I like it a lot, to be honest. I feel like this card is really, really good, and it probably might push the burn deck archetype to be somewhat playable. Um, it has the deflect barrier, double strike, so it's safe from all counter plays. It's a 4 cost. When you drop them, you're gonna add markers to your unison so that your unison potentially could pull off its ultimate skill. And on top of that, if his attack gets negated, you auto deal 1 damage. And if it does not get negated, then you're swinging in with a 20k double strike.
yep.
So I like this card a lot.
Me too. But for the deal 1 damage, you do have to take a life of your own.
That's true. That is true.
I guess it just depends on the type of deck that you're playing.
Right. Yeah,
But
so far I can't think of a red deck that just stands out so far. Definitely have to do some research on it, but burn deck seems kind of fun.
I agree. It's just that I don't feel like they're meta.
Right. Definitely not right now, for
Yeah,
sure. But
hopefully
we'll see if
later.
they get more. Yeah.
As a former red player, I'm hoping it gets better.
Yeah.
Then we got a final heat phalanx. I think that's how you say
Yeah, I think
it.
so too.
Do you want to read it, Marcus?
If your leader card is blue, choose up to one of your leader cards or battle cards. It gets 5k power for the turn. And if the battle card being played has an energy cost of 6 or less, it's placed at the bottom of its owner's deck instead. So, okay, it's a counterplay. My bad. I didn't see
Yeah.
that part.
hmm So
That's pretty cool. So, this is definitely an invoker card.
yeah, it's in. But I feel like they already have a card. Like they have a card that's basically this, but better.
Right. Which is Royal Condemnation, right?
Yeah, Royal Combination, and they don't, and they could just play Bean or even D
So,
Magic.
Royal Condemnation, um, that one just bottom decks at 8 drop or less, and that's all it does, correct?
Yes. Well, it does have the activate main, remove it from the drop area. Look at the top three. I think top card.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, add
That's
it.
right. That's right.
So I feel like this card is like, there's already a card that does what it does.
Correct. Yeah. This one is pretty nice in the sense that it's like a Royal Condemnation and Senzu being kind of combined, right? Because you counterplay, you bottom deck whatever they play, and then your leader gets 5k for the turn.
So I guess it's like if you need like deck space, this card would semi help, like decreasing your beans and decreasing maybe your roll commendation.
Right. I could see this being played over Royal Condemnation if a lot of cards in the meta are 6 or less to begin with. Because Royal Condemnation is 8 or less, right? But
Yeah.
is that 7 and 8 part really necessary? You know, like if the only 7 or 8 or higher cards, if they all have deflect anyway and Royal Combination doesn't hit it, then maybe it's better to just play this card.
Yeah. With
So
I agree.
might have to think about that stuff.
The next one, do you mind reading this one, Marcus?
Sure. Super rare, so that's kind of cool. Son Goku off to defeat the King Piccolo. Cool. He has deflect, triple attack, permanent. If your leader card is red, your opponent can activate blocker. This card's attack. If your leader card is red, when this card is played, choose all your opponent's battle cards. They get minus 20k for the turn. Then choose up to one of your ready use cards, add a marker to it. All right. This card is pretty nice. When I see this card, the first thing that reminded me of was the Vegito Unison from this last set. The Vegito Unison is a 4
I think
costed unison.
I think I remember that. I played that against you.
Yeah, and it's a really good card, and that one has an ultimate effect where you -5, and it says if your opponent has no board, deal 1 damage. So you could play this card and potentially wipe the board, and then you add that 1 marker to the Vegito. So he went from like 4 to 5, let's say, and now he could do the -5, make him take 1 damage, and then this guy has triple attack 25k to kind of maybe finish the job. So very interesting card. We'll have to play around with it for sure, but I might build him something like if I'm playing a burn deck, I think I'm putting this card in there because at the very worst, he's a pretty much a board wipe.
I agree, but with the one thing I will say, what is with the red cards and blocker?
Yeah, so they
Uh,
kind of I think they want to push it so that they can't be stopped too easy, you know, because if you're playing burn, you want to not only burn them, but you want your attacks to go through as well. So forcing them to just constantly use counters against these guys' attacks. And there are some red cards out there that say, you know, when your opponent activates a counter, restand this card.
mm-hmm.
So it's like you can't stop everything basically, you know. But with a blocker, you just block it and that's it. And then it's done with.
So it's supposed to do something rather than nothing, which I understand, but it's just that in the current meta, not a lot of people use blockers, and that's my only
That's
concern with the
true.
card.
Right, that is true.
One thing I will say is that it's unfortunate this card couldn't also get barrier, but I do like that it has deflect, so it's at least good against the blue matchup.
Correct, yeah. Yeah, against green, you're probably not playing this card.
Yeah, you're probably gonna be like, nope,
Yeah.
that's it's gonna get popped.
5 energy is a little high too, but
Yeah, because like 5 energy, that's a game ender card. It's not a.
right.
It's not because I think this card it says when this card's played. Oh no. Okay, I was thinking of something else. Never mind.
Mhm.
Because I'm all like triple attack. Wait, when this card attacks,
Oh
never,
yeah,
yeah, I'm
that'd
all
be
like,
nice.
that would be crazy. I'll be like, damn.
Yeah.
Um, okay, for the next one, it's a 3-drop Son Goku, Nimbus Master, unique. So only one can be played. If it is your opponent's turn, at the end of a battle where this card is used in a combo, play up to one skillless battle card with energy cost of 2 or less from your deck or drop area. Shuffle your deck if you look through it, and you can't activate the auto skills of this card for the turn. And then the activate main, pay 1 energy. It doesn't matter the color. Send one skillless battle card from your drop area to the warp and play this card from your hand.
Okay.
Alright, so I could see this being played in skillless, definitely.
Yeah, it's a pretty good card. So it's you pay one for the activate main, you pay one and pretty much play this guy. So it's a 1 energy 15k.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you do use him in a combo, you're basically getting another battle card on the board. So
I
it's okay.
I
I
still
don't
think.
think it's like too much value, but it does bring in some value.
Well, it does bring it does bring in an additional 5k if you're comboing, for example, your opponent's going for a game, and you combo this card, you get an additional 5k at least.
True. Yeah.
So it is it's definitely a card that's I feel like is pretty good, especially if you mix it in with the skillless Kitku deck.
Right. Yeah, it's actually really good in that sense because you could bring out a skill list, right? And then you combo with that, and that gets another 5k from
Mm-hmm.
your leader. So 1 energy, 20k combo power. That's pretty good on defense.
But it does it's not a 5k, which is unfortunate.
Right.
Yeah, so that's the only bad thing about it. Like if it was a 5k, oof, everyone would be playing it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Then we got the final blow.
Cool. This one says activate main or battle. If your leader card is red, you may choose one of your mono red battle cards, negate its non keyword skills for the turn, and give it minus 25k power for the turn. If you do, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, and it gets minus 25k for the turn as well.
I think
So
I think this is a
this
fair
is
card.
yeah, very fair card because if you're giving something of yours minus 25k power, it's most likely gonna die, right?
Yeah, it's gonna die.
And you're gonna do it to your opponents as well. So this one, I think it's pretty cool that you could potentially exchange like one of your weak 1 drops or one of their, big boss cards. That
Like
part
the
is kind of nice.
like my because it does have barrier.
Yeah, that is very true.
So I could definitely see it where this card could be just used always on your opponent's turn just to kill
Yep.
a or just to like it is an activate battle, so if they attack with something that's just very high power, this definitely levels the playing field.
Yeah, it's at the very worst case too, you could think about it as a 1 energy 25k combo power.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah, so
it's
like
activate battle. So
since it's not a counter attack, you could trick your opponent and be like, yeah, no counters, like do whatever,
yeah,
like do everything.
yeah,
So I feel like this is a good card. It's not bad.
very good card.
And then for the last of the red cards, we have Goku Jr. Eradicator of Peace. He's a double striker, 2-drop. Alliance. If your leader card's red, this card gains power equal to the total power of cards switched to rest mode by this skill for the battle. Draw 2 cards, and if your opponent has 3 or more life, deal 1 damage to them.
Well, let's see. Might have to read that one again because
Yeah,
it sounds pretty good.
it's it. I feel like out of all the red cards, this one is the one that I feel like okay, yeah, this is just plain out good.
If your leader card is red, this card gains power equal to the total power of the card switched to rest mode by the skill for the battle. Okay, yeah, so that's the alliance part.
Mm-hmm.
And then you draw 2 cards, and if your opponent has 3 or more life, deal 1 damage. And he has double strike. So If they were at 3 life and you swung in with this card, you basically deal one from your auto. So now they're at 2. And then you just get to go for a game and end the game with them.
So
Because he has double strike.
yeah, I feel like this is a very good card.
Yeah,
Like no joke, this is actually I feel like this is just a pretty good card.
absolutely. It's 16k power too. So playing him even as early as turn 2, he's going to probably stick on the board because leaders are 15k. Let's say you awaken turn 2 and you're swinging with an awakened leader, you're only 15k. So you're going to have to combo into him to kill him off. So this guy is really good.
I completely agree. Mr. Plus says that if they're at 4, they take one from him, and and from the Yansha leader.
True. Yeah.
And then just and since they're at 2 life, you just go from game
Yeah.
from there. So
Exactly.
I feel like yeah, that could actually work with this card if you're making it dual colored.
Yeah. And that's kind of where I see it going, really, with the Yamcha leader. The Yamcha leader requires you to have a unison in play for that effect to work. So all these red cards adding markers to make your unison sticky. It all makes sense.
And not only that, like just since they don't actually gain you any value, the Piccolo helps replace that.
Yep.
So I feel like that's actually pretty good. So
So
that's
if
it.
you activate Alliance, can you activate Alliance without actually switching anything to rest mode? Like, can you just be like activate Alliance, but
That's actually a good question because like I honestly don't remember. Because I
so you
think
get to do the draw too, you know?
yeah, I keep freaking passing it. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Okay, yeah. Gains power equal to the card's switch rest mode. I think you have to. You have to switch a card, but I think you need one at least, from my recollection. I'm not really 100% sure on that, but I'm I'm pretty sure you do have to.
You have to switch at least one. Okay. Cool. Yeah, that'd be something to kind of clear up and see. Because if you don't have to switch anything to rest mode, if you automatically draw two from this every turn you activate Alliance, that's really, really powerful.
But I'm pretty sure the ruling has been covered since the Alliance has been out for quite a while.
Right. Yeah. Gotta look it up.
Then we got the blue cards.
All right.
Okay, this is where you come in.
All right.
Because this is
King
your
Vegeta.
yeah, this is your extra area of expertise.
Yeah, I've been playing blue a lot lately.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a lot of fun. Let's see, this guy has Deflect, 19k, 3 drop. When this card is played, choose up to one blue Unison card in your Unison area or drop area. Return it to its owner's hand. Then at the end of the turn, switch up to one of your mono blue energy to active mode. And the other auto says choose one mono blue card in your hand, discard it. When your opponent attacks, negate the attack, then negate the skill for the game. Interesting. I don't see myself ever returning a Unison card while it's in play back to my hand. I don't ever see myself doing that, but putting it from my drop back to my hand, I guess it's kind of nice to just have that extra card in my hand so that I could pitch it for something else, such as a second auto where I get to negate an attack.
I agree. At
Uh,
the very least, this replaces itself.
right. So pretty cool. This card, basically, I think he's saying it's a 19k body on board, and he says, you get to use a free negate whenever you want. Um, so it's okay.
It's a little lackluster,
Yeah,
but it's decent in its own right because it's supposed to be used with the other one.
with the other King Regilas.
Yeah, there's another King Vegeta actually.
Okay.
I think that's supposed to use it. We
All
got
right.
we got 3-drop Chill, the greatest pirate in the cosmos. Is unique. The art is definitely interesting.
Yeah.
Auto once per turn, pay one blue energy. If this card's attack deals damage to an opponent's or removes a marker from an opponent's unison card, play up to one blue skillless battle card with energy cost of 3 or less from your deck or drop area, then shuffle your deck if you look through it. Activate main. If you have 3 or more energy, choose one skillless battle card in your hand, discard it, and play this card from your hand. Oof.
If you have 3 or more energy and choose one skillless battle card in your hand, discard play from your hand. Okay. I think this card is pretty good, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a really good card.
Yeah, he could potentially come out for free, and that's probably the play you want to make. You don't want to actually tap out 3 for him,
Nope.
but you play him for free. You activate the auto, pay 1 blue energy, and then most likely you're gonna either draw a negate from your opponent, or you're gonna deal 1 damage to the unison mark and remove a marker to play whatever card you just pitched.
Yeah.
And now you're gonna get a 30k body on board, most likely.
For 1 energy, no less.
Right.
I do like that this card has unique. It reminds me like from Yu-Gi-Oh, like the Tricky. I'm not sure. I'm
I'm not
not sure if
sure.
you ever heard that card,
No, I'm not familiar with it.
but it's basically the same thing. Discard one, play itself for free, and then I do love that this card just like it just gets a lot of value for just the one pitch.
Right.
It's
Yeah,
definitely
it's a ton of value
it's
for sure.
it's definitely a really good card, and I actually do enjoy
I
it.
wonder if we're gonna see like blue skillless pop up.
You might, because red, even though red's still popular, there are different versions of it.
Yeah.
This may push it to the edge at least.
Yeah.
And then this one, go for it.
Right, Javelin. Another cool looking card, that's for sure. Super rare. If your leader card is blue, negate the attack. Then choose up to 4 of your opponent's battle cards or energy cost 5 or less. Ignore barrier. Return it to
That's
your
not
hand.
four. That's not four. That's one.
Okay, I was
Yeah,
like, wait a second.
yeah.
Hold up.
Everyone made that same mistake. It's one, not four. Everyone
It
was
totally
talking.
looks like 4.
You know, it's just that one pixel just makes it look like four.
Wow. Okay. So negate the attack. Then choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards. Energy cost 5 or less. Ignore barrier. Return to its owner's hand. I like I like this card. I think it's really good. So you get to negate 1 and bounce another. It's perfect, like anti-aggro stuff. Um, I think it's the red Gogeta killer for sure.
Oh, definitely, because this isn't KO. It just puts it back to its hand.
Right. So red Gogeta is, definitely gonna be much weaker than it already was.
But
So
that's only if they don't evolve and they attack with leader or something like that.
right.
Because once they evolve into the sixth, this card is out.
Oh yeah, that's correct. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
5 or less.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah. I mean it. I like the utility it provides. 2 energy is maybe a little too much,
But to
but
return something ignoring barrier, you gotta admit that's pretty
yeah,
good.
I do think that is good. I could totally see this card being good in SS3 reboot. I
Oh,
think that's what it'll be used in for
yes,
sure.
I agree. That's actually definitely a good way to put it.
Yeah. Maybe Soul Striker, just because you untap 2 as well, so you could have it ready to go. But for sure in SS3 reboot, I think this card will be played.
I agree.
If it's at 6 or less, it'd be pretty
Oh,
nice.
oh, that would kill almost everything. Like go
Right.
tanks, like
Exactly. Exactly.
and blue doesn't have a lot of that, so I'm actually okay if they actually did make it six. And then we got this is like the start of the Bardock's crew stuff. 4-drop multicolor Bardock's Legends Origin. Energy exhaust has unique blocker and arrival for 1 blue energy. Permanent, if you have a blue Bardock's crew card in play, negate this card's energy exhaust skills in all areas. Auto, at the end of your turn, switch this card to active mode, and if your leader card is a blue Bardock's crew card, draw 2 cards.
Yep. Card is broken. I think it's amazing card.
I think so too.
I feel like no matter who the blue Bardock's crew leader is, it's gonna make it relevant because of this card. Zamasu super combo with this card being out there makes you able to do the combo on turn 1, and the auto is every turn. So starting turn 1, if you don't remove this card, every turn I'm drawing an extra 2 cards. So I feel like this card is gonna be really, really good and push Bardock over the top.
I agree, but one thing I will say is that this card actually doesn't require a Bardock's crew for the energy exhaust, the permanent. You just need the Bardock's crew card in play. And if you do arrival this card during your turn, you still get the switch to active mode card. Like
Yeah.
you still get that. Like you just don't get the draw two, which is it's sad, but like you still get you get to attack with this card and restand it at the end of the turn.
Right.
So it's
Yeah.
basically it reminds me a lot of Goku Hit.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. So it will probably replace kind of Goku hit in a Bardock Screw deck for that slot because you don't want to run too many. I think blue yellows, but
Or even add more. Just run both
yeah,
of them.
actually, why not, right?
Yeah,
Because the energy exhaust is gone anyway. So yeah, I could see that working for sure.
definitely. Then we this card I feel like is just it's a really good card for Products Crew.
Yeah.
Then we got do you want to do this one? This one's Gine?
Sure.
I
I'll
think
do this one.
yeah, I think that's how
Uh,
you say it.
yeah, Gine the Loving Saiyan says choose one card in your hand and discard it. When this card is played, choose one. Oops,
Oh, whoops. Did
skipped
something
over.
happen?
Yeah, I went to Torah.
Okay, sorry. Give me a second.
It's all
I
good.
was gonna reply to the chat because this I didn't realize everyone else was seeing it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's my bad.
like
Okay.
choose one card in your hand and discard it. When this card is played, choose one. Play up to one skillless battle card with an energy cost of 2 or less from your drop area, or at the end of the turn, choose up to 2 of your blue energy and switch them to active mode.
Okay.
Interesting too.
Okay.
Uh,
So,
I don't like the fact you have to pitch a card from your hand to do this.
I honestly don't either because like
Yeah,
what's the point of like ditching a card when D Magic could potentially do that anyways?
right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, but I guess that's what they're trying to stop. Like we're trying to energy manage a little bit better now.
I guess. I guess.
But yeah, I honestly I don't like this card. Not this one. It
Yeah,
doesn't work. It doesn't work. Then we got Tora, Imparted Wishes Tora. Yeah. Energy Exhaust, Aegis, blue yellow, blocker, once per turn. Auto. Add one blue Bardock's Crew card from your energy to your hand. When this card is KO'd, negate this card's energy cost skill and place it in your energy from your drop area.
let's see.
I I don't think this is amazing.
Yeah, it's just okay. I
Yeah, you have to.
It's kind of nice because you could return something that was tapped, so you're kind of like untapping one.
Oh, that is
Um,
true.
so it's like you block an attack, you untap one, and then not only untapping one, but probably gonna switch it out. You're gonna switch a blue for a blue yellow, so you definitely get a weird sense of value from it. Um,
But paying
but
two energy
yeah,
for
it's
it,
weird. Yeah, that part is kind of weird.
it does have Aegis at least.
Right, right,
But you don't get any value if you use Aegis like some of the other ones.
right. Exactly. Yeah.
Because one of the other ones says that if you use Aegis, draw two. When you use Aegis, draw one. This one is just use Aegis, you get nothing.
Right.
So I
Exactly.
feel like this is definitely it's a decent card.
Right.
It does have blockers, so it could be KO'd like during any time.
Yeah.
So that is
Just
true.
gonna keep an eye on for sure. It brings in some utility, right, with
hmm
the whole switching energy, but I don't know. I don't know how good the whole Bardock screw stuff will be to begin with.
I think that's sort of overcrowded to be honest, because you're gonna watch right now. Do you want to do this one? This one's pretty
All right.
cool.
So this one is evolving on top of that King Vegeta from earlier we just saw. This one, you pay 3 to EX evolve, triple striker. When this card's evolve skill from your hand, you could choose battle cards from your energy and play it in active mode, okay? When this card is played, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, return it to its owner's hand. Yeah, this card is really good too. Um, so technically, it's just a 3 energy triple striker, right? I mean, you could have
Yeah.
a King Vegeta in your energy area. You charge it, let's say turn 1, whatever. And then turn 3, you just boom, EX evolve onto it.
Oh, wait, this card actually reminds me a little bit of the Goku Black 9 drop.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, because like this is almost around the same. This is around the same thing, and you get to with this one you get to fiddle with your energy a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's also a really good plus since you could do it from your energy. But
Yeah.
it seems a little lackluster when compared to the other apes that we're gonna see right now.
He is, yeah, he is a triple striker. Put bottom deck something. I mean, sends it back to their hand, so he gets around those can't be KO'd effects. Um, but the only downside to these stuff, these evolving on top of your energy effects, is that you're technically losing an energy when you do that.
Yep.
So,
So that's
and he doesn't replace it either. So it's kind of a drawback to him.
yeah. So I guess he's more like a like if you are gonna play this card, maybe a two of.
Right.
I'm not sure that you would play too many of this card, and also because it doesn't have deflect nor barrier.
True. True. So it's a little risky.
It's a very risky card for three energy, but it might be a big reward.
Yep.
Next one we got another ape, Shugesh, Great Ape Assault. It's a blocker, actually evolved with one blue energy on top of a blue Shugesh. It has the same thing as the King Vegeta, where when you're using the evolve, you get to choose from your energy and play in active mode. Its autos when this card is KO'd. So when it's removed through battle, etc., since it's a blocker, choose up to one blue Bardock's crew card with an energy cost of 5 or less in your hand and play it with its skills negated for the turn.
Okay.
Alright.
That's not too bad.
It's not
Pretty good, I feel like.
because if you like against green, this is gonna help ish.
Uh-huh.
That would be one of my saves, but I do not like that you played the Bardock's crew card with its skills negated.
Yeah, that part is a little bit of a bummer. But so technically this Trigesh, you could technically play him on turn one, right?
Yes, you can, and it would be actually pretty crazy if you do.
Right. And so then like turn two, potentially, if you block or somehow got KO'd, you get to play a 5-drop Bardock screw on turn two, which is pretty cool. Uh,
What I don't actually like about this is that they expect you to have so much energy.
right, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I was thinking that too, where it's like, man, if you do too many of these effects, you're gonna be left with no energy.
Yeah, it just I'm just scared when it comes to like losing too much energy. That I think maybe that's why you would run maybe Zeno in this deck,
Huh?
like the 2-drop Zeno Unison.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but like place the top energy. Like hopefully you get like a Shugas, Tora, Fasha, or
Not
whatever.
a bad idea.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not bad, but like I think that card could help when it comes to like
yeah,
energy management.
very true.
The next card we got Fasha.
She says unique critical, EX evolve for one as well. Same thing from the energy. And if your leader card is a blue sand card, okay, it's funny because they didn't add that restriction to the others. But
Mm-hmm.
if your leader card is a blue sand card, when a card in your energy evolves into this card, if you have less energy than your opponent, add the top card of your deck to your energy in rest mode. Okay, so this one kind of replaces itself with the energy. So that's kind of nice.
I actually really like this card because let's just say you're going second, right? Your opponent
Uh
like
huh.
they charge an energy pass and then it's your turn, you charge a fascia, evolve
Uh
on
huh.
top of the fascia and see you have no energy. And your opponent has one, you get to replace itself by
Yeah.
so it's just a 20k critical right off the bat.
Right. Right.
So that I feel like that's actually pretty good. If you're going second. If you're going first, you're probably not gonna have that advantage.
Right. And so if you're going first, I guess if you do the whole evolve play a couple times and you fell behind in energy, then this card kind of brings you back into it. But yeah, it's not bad. It's pretty smart for them to add unique to it, so you can't keep spamming it. You
Yeah, a
know?
lot of these cards do have unique, so it kind of like hinders them a little bit, but it does make them fair.
Yeah.
With one thing I will say is that if your leader card is a blue Saiyan card,
Uh huh.
so that means any other leader besides this one could do it, like untap like the SS3
Right.
and Energy Coup, the untap 2 one.
Uh huh.
Yeah, it could do those. So if you wanted to play the apes, it wouldn't. Those would not be bad leaders to pick.
It's very true. Yeah.
Then we got Tora, Great Ape
Tora,
Assault.
great at assault. I forgot. I think was it my turn or not?
No,
But
no,
I'll
no. It
read it.
was my
Yeah,
turn.
it was
I
your
thought
turn. All
I thought
right.
you were gonna say
Go
something
ahead.
about the artwork or something. It does look cool though. It does really look
It
really
does.
cool. It's a blocker. It's a XE evolve for 2 energies, so not one. Does a blue Tora. Does the same thing as the other ones. At the end of your turn, switch this card to active mode, so it's its own Planet Vegeta in a sense.
Yeah.
And then if your leader card is a blue Saiyan card, when this card is KO'd by opponent's skill, place this card in your energy from your drop area.
Okay. So this one definitely replaces itself.
It does because if it's I'm not really. Sometimes your opponent could warp it is the problem.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
exactly.
it's just like I don't know if I want to
Yeah.
play this.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, I feel like kind of all of them so far, the reward is not too big enough to play. I feel like they're very niche and too risky to play.
I
Small
agree.
reward.
The reward is not big enough, but I do like that this card does have its own built-in Planet Vegeta.
Yeah, that part is very nice.
Because not a lot of the other apes do have that ability. All right, so next one we got Borgos.
All right, Borgos the Great Ape Assault. He has unique barrier. Okay. EX evolves for 1. Activate battle. Choose 1 blue Bardos crew card in your battle area other than copies of this card. Switch it to active mode. Negate that card's skill for the turn. Okay, that's pretty cool. How it says choose 1 blue Bardock's crew card. So any Bardock's crew card, you basically get another attack or another block, maybe if you're on the defense. It's actually
Mm-hmm.
both. So if it's your turn, you activate battle, get an extra attack. If it's your opponent's turn, you get an extra block
Well, doesn't it negate the skills?
for the turn.
Yeah.
So you do. So let's say you have um, 1 card, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you swing with it, then you use this card, restand, and you could swing with it again. Then on your opponent's turn, you could activate him back to active mode, right? Oh, but then he will lose block. Oh, I
Yeah,
see.
exactly. That's what I
That's
was trying to
true.
say.
Okay, that is
But
true.
it
Okay.
does have barrier, which is nice.
Yep.
For 1 blue energy, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Then we got Bardock, the Final Spark. 2 blue energy. This card's skill cannot be negated in any area, and this card cannot be played from any area using skills. So right off the bat, it's a little limiting. If your leader card is a blue Saiyan card, when this card is KO'd by opponent's skill, place this card in your energy from your drop area.
Pretty nice, I think.
It's decent.
You basically play it for 2 energy,
Mm-hmm.
and then yeah, if it's KO'd by an opponent's skill.
I
So
don't think Bandai realizes like how many things warp now.
right, yeah. So I guess as good as this card could be,
in
yeah, your
theory,
opponent, yeah, exactly. Your opponent's just never gonna KO it.
yeah, like just be like, yeah, I'm not talking. I'm not. Oh,
Yeah,
one thing I will say is, Total Crash does say, you have a Kid Coup Giant card.
I do. Yes.
You do.
Yeah, it's in my background. I got this giant Kid Coup card. I think I got it from Chicago or San Diego. I forgot. It was from the celebrations event.
It
Uh,
might have been Chicago.
yeah, I
You-
want to say I got it for getting 3rd place there.
That's pretty good.
Uh,
All things
yeah,
considered,
it was.
I know one of my team members, Carlos. I'm pretty sure you remember him.
Yeah.
He's actually pretty on playing Kid Coup right now.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, yeah. I'm pretty sure like if you talk to him, he'll definitely like get that Kid Coup off your hands.
I see.
Like if you want to get rid of it, I'm pretty sure he would
Yeah,
want it from you.
I see. Yeah, I don't know. They're kind of good memories for me, right? So
Oh,
I
yeah.
kind of have a bunch of giant cards though. Those
Really?
celebration events, I went to 2 of them, right? I went to Chicago and San Diego, and yeah, they were giving them for team and singles.
Really?
So yeah, I
Oh.
kind of got quite a few of them during that time.
Well, if you're interested in getting rid of it, just make sure to call him. I'm pretty sure he'll
Call
be happy.
Carlos first. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah, he'll be the guy.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, I think it was your turn. It was your
All right.
getting a little bit off topic.
Fasha Fasha Bardok's crewmate. Burst 2. If your later card is a blue sand card and you add one card from your life to your hand, when this card attacks, it gets 10k power for a turn. At the end of the turn, if your later card is a blue Bardock card, add up to one card from your life to your hand.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
okay.
So you get to do Saiyan Kaba, but like twice, and you don't get double strike. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's a little. I think it's because the Bardock's like the current one, the old one,
Uh huh.
that one has a super tough time awakening.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so because it doesn't do anything. It like the front side is just burst to draw. It doesn't. There's no type of
Oh
self
yeah,
awaken.
that's right. That's right.
Yeah, so I guess this card's supposed to help with that. Okay, take 2 life. Just keep taking life.
Right, and it's kind of nice though. It says up to one, so it's optional for the
Hmm.
second part. Um, it would have been cool though if it said maybe like if you take another one, get another 10k power. You
Or
know,
or
something
or
like
at least like untap it.
yeah, that would be kind of cool.
Yeah, I feel like that's the missed opportunity there.
Yeah,
Because if it was like to untap itself if you take another life, then it would be better.
true.
Because then like your opponent will just attack this card and not attack you, and then you're back at the same pickle
Yeah,
when it
yeah,
comes to life. My turn, right?
yep.
Okay, all right. Shugesh, Bardock's crewmate. When this card attacks, draw a card.
Yeah,
What?
that plus card.
This is a very very. It's not a good.
Yeah,
It's not a good card. Um,
yeah.
I don't think there's even a one drop of a Shugesh.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't think there is because like if you're supposed
Right,
to use the Shugesh ape, how are you supposed to like XE evolve without using your energy?
right.
Don't see that happening. So I don't know. I feel like the Shugesh engine just might be lackluster just because of that.
Yeah, I could see that.
Okay, this one's easy for you.
Yeah, just a vanilla Bardock.
Yep, just 30k Bardock.
Yep.
Nothing, just 30k. That's nothing special about it. But it does have Bardock's crew.
Yeah, so it'll probably be used with the
Some,
Bardock
yeah,
guys.
or searchable.
True.
Then this one, Tora, Bardock. Sorry, yeah. Bardock's crewmate. When this card is used in a combo during your opponent's turn, choose up to one Bardock's crew card in your battle area and switch it to active mode. And it is 5k.
Yeah, this one is pretty good actually.
It's basically a Dex on Zarbon.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, like that's basically what it is. Just its own Zarbon.
Yep. It's on theme and it's a blue card, so it's you don't have to play the yellow Zarbon, but yeah,
Yeah,
it's
you
pretty cool.
you could even charge it and then use it for like the energy thing later.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's. I
Exactly.
feel like it's a decent card. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, this one's.
Vanilla Napa. All right.
You're getting the vanillas.
Could do the next one.
Yeah, if you can.
All right. This Napa promising you 4 cost double strike evolve for 1. When this card attacks, activate the skill at the end of the turn. Switch up to one of your blue energy to active mode. It's okay. It does EX evolve for 1, so that part is nice. One
Mm,
energy double strike is kind of cool, but it does feel a little weak.
I agree because like I don't know like all because they expect you to have so much energy like we're going into like turn 6 like how we used to.
Right.
That's just not the case anymore. Sometimes it ends like turns 3 to 4.
Exactly. So
Uh,
I don't see it being that great.
mm-hmm. It's definitely lackluster. And we got Vegeta Youth Elite. It's a 2 drop. Add one card from your life to your hand. When this card attacks, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with energy cost 4 or less. Turn it to the owner's hand and switch this card to active mode. This is what
Pretty cool.
this is what Fasha should have been for 1 energy.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, because
Um, This one is 2, so it's a little bit more.
Yeah, but like
Um,
I feel like it's still not fair because like technically red has their own like okay take a life untap itself, but blue can't
yeah,
because they kind of need the cards and they kind of need to take life. So I feel like that's kind of not fair.
true. Yeah, I feel like this card is okay. Probably won't see much play, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. I agree. It's just lackluster. Oh, this one you
Yeah.
might like.
All right, let's see. Flame Bullet counterattack. If your leader card is blue, negate the attack. Choose up to one of your mono blue battle cards and switch it to active mode. Okay, that is pretty good.
It's basically another whiz.
Yeah. One of your mono blue battle cards and switch it to active mode. So
Oh, whoops! I thought it was energy. My
yeah,
bad.
it's all good. I mean, it's kind of like a waste coercion, but for battle cards instead.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty cool that you could block something, negate the attack, restand the blocker, block again, and just kind of do stuff like that.
I think that's also another card that would get off on like the Mai, right?
Oh yeah, that is correct. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that would definitely be the card that would try to get over Mai.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just using blockers. Then we got Borgos. Borgos Bark's crewmate does have barrier and does the same exact thing as Mai.
Yeah, that's the my. So it's the
Yeah.
blue version.
Mm-hmm. So I guess. It's definitely good against the mirror match, and I guess you would main deck it for Borgos.
Yeah, that's actually very true.
So I guess that's the only good thing about it, but I don't know how I feel about it.
Right.
Against the mirror match, I guess this deck would definitely have the advantage.
True. True.
Oh, okay. I actually have never read this card.
Downfall of the Pride. Activate main. If your leader card is blue, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 5 or less. Place it at the bottom of its owner's deck. Then choose up to one of your blue unison cards in your unison area or drop area. Return it to its owner's hand. Yeah, so once again, it's the extra card, I guess, into your hand, which is nice.
But
And then
not
you
from your
bottom
unison
deck.
area.
Right. And then you bottom deck one of their 5 or less cards for 2 energy.
Why 5 or less? Why not 6? You're paying 2
I
energy
know.
for it.
So close. So
Like
close.
I don't know. It's just this is just missed opportunities where I'm just like,
Yeah.
yeah, Go Takes is still gonna be a thing now.
Right, exactly. So I don't think this is that great.
It's not like the best card.
Right.
Oh, this is it's Cybermen Infinite Swarm +1. Play one Cybermen token, but they 5k power, 0 combo cost, and oh wait no 0 combo cost, 5k combo power. Okay. Remove one of your cyber like the -1. Remove one of your Cybermen tokens from the game. Choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 2 or less, and place it at the bottom of the owner's deck.
Yeah. It's I don't know about this one.
It's a unison.
Yeah, it's 10k power, which is really unfortunate because you look at Zeno, who's pretty much 10k, right? Being
Yeah.
9, and it gets +2 instead of a +1, so it has somewhat survivability, but this one barely has any.
Yeah, but at
So
least
yeah,
it makes tokens that have combo cost.
true,
That's the only thing I see that it has going for it.
right?
Hmm. Yeah, otherwise I don't think this is a great unison. It's just kind of lackluster for me.
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right, Pirate Guard Kabir counterplay. Play this card. If the battle card being played has energy cost 2 or less, it's returned to its owner's hand instead of being played. When this card is KO'd, play one Chilled Army token with 10k power. Do we know if
Hmm.
Chilled Army tokens have 5k combo power?
No, they don't. But there is
Uh,
a card that does make them have it.
oh yeah,
One
that's
of
right.
one of the chilled battle cards.
Right,
But I feel like that's kind of lackluster.
right. Same. The theme has to be really good for these cards to work.
Yeah, but it's good that they're slowly like integrating like some chilled support.
Right, right.
It's something. It maybe like it's a start. Maybe they're considering more.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got a Pirate Guard Toby. It's a counterattack, negate the attack, and play the card, so it is a 2-drop. When this card's KO'd, play one Chilt army token with 10k power. So it does have the
Okay.
same effect, but it is a negate.
Right.
But
Yeah.
for
So
eh,
thematic stuff again.
yeah, but I think it's okay. It's not amazing.
Yeah, I don't think so either. It's 2 energy. Um, yeah, we really have to see more to see if there's anything like a field card maybe that
Mm-hmm.
makes it easier for these guys to come out. But
Yeah,
as
it,
of now,
or
it's
maybe a
okay.
maybe a brand new leader.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
true.
that could also work. Maybe yellow or maybe blue.
Hmm.
All right, so that's it for the blue. It is 6:48. Whew, man. Did you want to finish the green, or you think you're?
We could kind of go through 'em, skim them really fast, maybe,
All right. This one, same thing as
or we
mine.
could review them. It's up to you.
Uh,
Uh,
yeah, just real
to
quick,
me,
just real quick.
okay,
Then, like, we'll probably. I'll try to finish at 7.
okay,
This one basically the my.
right,
Yeah, it's basically what all it does. We got a skillless card.
yeah,
I guess you could use this for Go Tanks at least.
that's true.
We got another skillless card. We got Gohan.
Uh,
Man, what's with these skillless cards? For what is what? Green doesn't even play skillless.
right,
Why would
that's
you
true.
have so many? Okay, but we already know what these are. They're freaking okay. The Sun Goten, Boundless Curiosity. Choose 2 cards in your hand, discard them, and then draw equal to the amount that you discarded.
It's a cool cycle card, but 2 energy. Usually, you want to play a unison
Yeah, I
for
don't.
green.
I don't think I would play this card.
Yeah,
It
it'd be
seems.
nice if it said if you use this card for a union fusion, then you do this effect. Then that'd
Oh,
be pretty cool.
definitely. But
Yeah.
well, I'm not okay. First off, I'm not gonna support green. Never mind. Green ruins me. Then we got Trunks, wielder the legendary blade. As dual attack, when this card's played from the hand, draw cards. Okay, so it replaces itself. Choose 1 card in your hand, discard it. And this card is KO'd by opponent's skill. Return this card from your drop area to your hand. Okay, is that bad?
It's definitely okay.
It's,
I think it will probably see a lot more play in draft. I think in draft it's actually really, really good.
I agree. Dual
Uh,
attack will definitely help out.
yeah. As far as constructive goes, yeah, probably
Yeah,
not gonna happen.
yeah, I don't think so either. Trunks Legacy of a Hero. It's another counterplay. Play this card, and if the battle card being played has an energy cost of 2 or less, it is placed in the owner's drop area instead of being played.
Eh, it's okay to 2 energy to counterplay your opponent's 2 energy.
It feels like this should have
It
been a
seems
1-drop.
fair. Yeah, if it was 1 drop, it might be considered good, but yeah, 2 is too much.
I
I
agree.
think there's already a 1 drop that does the same thing. I think it's Dodoria brimming with power.
Oh, that's right. If you have a unison, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. So it's a 1 drop that requires a unison
Green's gonna
and
have
it
a
does the same
unison.
thing. Right.
Green's always gonna have a unison. I feel like
Yeah.
that's just what they're gonna have. Then we got Go Tanks. You want to
Another
read
one.
this one?
Yeah, Union Fusion for 3. When this card is played, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and KO it. Okay, pretty simple. Double strike
I feel
for
like the other
3.
one's better.
Yeah, probably way better, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
the others draw as well when you Union Fusion.
Mm-hmm.
So this card, he's gonna come out and get counterplayed and just you
No.
just lost
Yep. No
2
value.
cards. Yeah.
Go Tanks. Reckless ability. When this card is played, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, an energy cost of 3 or less, and KO it. Eh.
Yeah.
Some of these cards are just like, eh, like
I know.
you can't really say much about them. They're just okay.
Yeah, not the best stuff.
I agree. It's just. Okay.
Alright, it's Tapion, Deflect. When this card is played, add up to 1 Hirudegar, Minutia, or Hoi from your deck to your hand, then shuffle your deck. Choose 1 card in your hand, discard it. When your opponent combos, you may place 1 card from their combo area in its owner's drop area if you do negate the skill for a turn. The card is pretty good, actually. I think it's really nice because you get to search your deck for any one of the cards you need. And
Super
then,
combo.
right, and it has deflect, so you know it's gonna go off. And on top of that, you could stop your opponent from comboing one card for a 1-for-1, which is kind of cool too.
Which could be a 10k.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's pretty cool.
Actually, you're gonna see why it's even better.
All right, let's see.
Oh, this is Tapion and Sealed Hero. Unique. Choose one of your Huragan cards and KO it. At the end of the battle, when this card is used in the combo, play this card in rest mode. So that's supposed to go.
Ah,
That's supposed to go with the whole theme with Huragan,
okay,
KOing themselves so that they could go even bigger in the chain.
right, very nice.
Minosha is the one that starts the chain.
When this card is removed from your battle area by an opponent's skill or KO'd, choose one. Choose one Hiradogon card, the energy cost of 3 from your deck, hand, play it, shuffle your deck if you look through it, or you draw one card. I like how they added that or draw one card so you can never whiff. That part is very nice.
And then you could just say, "Oh, never mind. I'm gonna draw my card."
Yeah, so that part's nice. So this guy starts the chain, huh?
And you play him for 2, which is not decent. Which is not bad. Sorry, not bad.
Right.
Like just to start off a chain. Actually, this is the card that I was saying that actually makes everything a lot more better. It's a field
Okay.
card, sealed music box. When you activate this card, look at the top 7 cards of your deck. Add up to one Hurdagon, Tapion, or Minosha, or one green unison card with an energy cost of 1 among them, and then shuffle your deck. Activate main. Play this card. Place this card in the owner's drop area. Choose up to one Tapion or Minosha card with an energy cost of 3 or less in your hand, and play them.
Very nice. Yeah. So this definitely gets the thing going.
So it's supposed to like start up the whole chain because you play this for 1 energy, and then you're supposed to do a whole bunch of other shenanigans.
Right. I see. Cool. I wonder if they'll come out with a leader for Hiradogan.
Hopefully, because they did say if your leader is green or a phantom demon,
Yeah.
so
Very cool.
it's definitely worth looking into.
All right, let's see this. Wrath of the Dragon counterplay. If your leader card is green, the battle card being played has an energy cost of 2 or less. It's placed in the drop area instead. Then choose one card in your opponent's hand and discard it.
Eh,
It's pretty nice. It's kind of like a Ribrianne, to be honest, where you're getting rid of 2 of their cards for one of yours, but you have to waste this card from your hand, whereas Ribrianne is from the drop. So
not only that, it says that if the battle card being played has an energy cost of 2 or less,
yeah, so,
it's not
pretty bad.
yeah, for 2 energy for green, since they don't have recuperation, that's pretty bad. That's just my opinion.
I agree.
Crushing despair, counterattack. If your leader card's green or a phantom demon, negate the attack. Then you may choose one card in your hand, discard it, and draw a card. So it's filter.
Yeah.
It's filter. So I guess that's understandable. Like sometimes you need filter with like a bunch of Fruitagon cards in the deck. So it makes sense. It's decent. Oh boy.
Trunks the Last Hope. 2 green. When this card is played, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and energy cost of 3 or less. KO it. Once per turn, when one of your opponent's battle cards is KO'd, add a marker to this card. So that's kind of cool. Only has a -4.
Yep.
Choose one of your opponent's battle cards and KO it.
That's
yeah.
yeah, that's not really good.
Good.
That's not good. Like if it had an additional +1, I would be happy with it, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
Even like gain 5k, that's fine. Like you basically do potentially get to have 2 markers to this card.
Yeah.
But
They're not playable.
yeah, not at the moment. Sun Goten, reckless ability, counterattack, negate the attack, play this card, then choose any number of your opponent's battle cards and energy cost 2 or less, adds up to the total energy of, I guess that says 3 or less, or KO them.
Yeah, 3 or less.
I feel like this is meant for tokens, but Dormant already does that.
Right. I agree.
Yeah, I don't see this card being played.
Same here.
Yeah, it's just not great. Then we have the cards that start the chain.
Alright. Here they're going Phantom Limbs. When this card is removed from your battle area by an opponent's skill or KO'd, choose one. Choose one hero card with the energy cost of 4 from your deck or hand and play it. Your opponent chooses one card in their hand and discards it. Okay.
So options. So
Mm-hmm.
this starts up the chain, so it's supposed to go higher. Oh, this is the Hoi that makes them like basically makes your Hurugons KO themselves.
Okay.
When this card's played, draw one card, so already fine. Choose one of your green Hurugon Minosha cards and KO it. And when this card's used in a combo, gains 5k additional power. So it's a
I
10.
see.
So it's a 10k card that KOs your Hurugon and starts your chain.
Right. Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Yeah, I feel like it's a really good card, and it potentially it could do a lot.
Mm-hmm. Definitely have to play that if you're playing the whole chain.
I kind of don't want you to read this because these have actually been pretty lackluster.
Oh yeah, these effects.
Yep.
That's right.
The
Choose one in your hand and pitch it.
yep.
This one says your opponent chooses one card in their hand, discards it if they don't switch up to one. Yeah. At least this one's somewhat okay, one for one type of thing. But
It's okay,
yeah,
but you still have to discard.
yeah,
That's not
it's not the
good.
best.
Oh great, we have another one.
For green
Yeah,
yellow.
yeah, no, no. Okay, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with energy cost of 2 or less, negate its skills for the turn, and KO it.
Yeah,
It's okay, but like, what skills are you gonna negate that's 2 or less?
right.
Yeah, that's just too lackluster for me.
Yeah.
Those cards, okay.
All
So,
right. Power to protect Goku. Negate the attack. Play this card. Your leader card is green. When this card is played, choose up to one of your opponent's user mark cards and remove a marker from it. It's not bad.
yeah.
I wish it was one energy for
Yes,
sure.
like maybe the requirement would be, oh, you have a unison too, and then,
Yeah.
okay, maybe that would have been better, but like, the way it is right now, I think it's okay.
Right. It's really tough to leave two open.
For
That's the thing.
green, definitely. It's really hard for them.
Hmm.
Ah, this is the 4 drop.
All right. This one. When your opponent combos, you may place one card from your opponent's combo area in the drop area. If you do, negate the skill for the turn. If you have three or more energy, when this card is removed from your battle area by an opponent's skill or KO'd, play one hero card with the energy cost of 6 from your deck or hand. Shuffle your deck. If you look through it, if you didn't play a battle card, your opponent chooses one card in their hand, discards it. Okay, so kind of
There,
like a mini Brawly
mm-hmm.
that, or a Bardock using, control the combo area. And yeah, still keep going up the chain, I guess.
There's actually a way to get over the 3 or more energy chain.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna. I'll show you right now.
Okay.
If your leader card's green, choose up to one of your opponent's unison cards. Remove a marker from it. Not bad. Choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and energy cost 4 or less. KO it. Not bad. When you may choose one of your green Runagon cards and KO it, and if you do, draw a card.
Okay.
That's a lot.
Yeah. A lot of options.
Yeah, you get options with this card. Even though it's an
Yeah.
activate main, that's pretty good.
All right.
Yeah, like that's actually pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Oof. Okay, this one's good.
This one is activate main, one blue or green. If your leader card is green or a phantom demon, you can discard this card from your hand, choose one. Draw one card, then play this card from your drop area at the end of the turn. Or activate one sealed music box from your deck. Nice. So this kind of guarantees you get that sealed music box turn one.
Mm-hmm. So this card's meant for like if you don't have the music any more music boxes, that's okay. You could draw one and play this card at the end of the turn, and it's a
Yeah.
blocker.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
that's pretty good. Like all
It
things
is.
considered, that's like I think that's a really good card. Oh boy, this is meant for the Lord Slug stuff. 3 energy,
Yeah.
three of the main energy, so you can't like use the other one. Critical energy exhaust successor for 1, which is good. Activate main once per turn. Bond 2. Choose one of your opponent's battle cards. Negate its skills for until the start of your turn. So that's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
It's
It's not
not.
bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. Like you could negate like maybe a Gogeta, or maybe like just something that might be, or maybe even like a Gotenk. So now they don't get their effect when you pop them.
Yeah. It's very true.
Yeah, that's actually not bad.
Yeah, we'll see what else they got for the slug stuff.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it's just they're building up.
Yeah. Discard Son Goku, Fist of Fortitude, Triple Strike Barrier. Activate main. If your leader card is green and you choose one card from your hand and discard it, choose one of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and KO it. Then choose one of your opponent's unison cards and remove markers from it. 2 markers from it.
Mm-hmm.
And then activate main, pay 1 green. If your leader card is green and you discard this card from your hand, choose one of your opponent's unison cards, remove a marker from it.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I like this card a lot, actually. Because, yeah, the first activate main is free, right?
Yeah, so you can repeatedly do it.
Pitch it, kill one of your opponent's cards with barrier, ignoring barrier.
Yeah.
And then get rid of 2 markers from unison. That's really, really strong.
That's pretty strong. Or you just discard it and remove a marker.
Yeah.
And so I think this is a pretty fair card.
Yeah.
Sun Gohan, Hidden Might, Deflect, Unique, Double Strike. When your life is at 3 or less, reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 3, so it's a 2-drop. If your leader card's green, when this card's played, choose one. Choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and KO it. Choose up to one of your opponent's unison cards and remove a marker from it. So you get 2 options for 2 energy when you're at 3 life or less.
Yeah, I thought this card would be cool, but I feel like the restrictions on it are too much.
Really?
Yeah, when your life is 3 or less, reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 3. So, like, you're never gonna play this for 5 energy.
Nope.
You know?
You just wait.
Right. So you just wait, and then for 2 energy, you pop something, and that's pretty much it. You get a double striker.
But sorry, it does have deflect and double strike at least.
Mm-hmm.
And 25k for 2 energy, not bad.
Sure, that part is definitely very good. I wish it did something a little bit more.
Same. Oh, 1 second. It is 7:05. Do you still want to keep going, or you need to get going?
Yeah, I guess I could take off now. I gotta get ready for
because I think we still have 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh wait, no, we only had 3 left.
We can knock them out real quick.
Yeah, just to explain like what they do exactly. I'm just gonna say this card's bad and then skip on to the next one.
Drop 1. Critical EX evolves on top of the 4-drop 1.
This is how it gets over the 3 restriction.
I see. When this card is removed from your battle area by an opponent's skill or KO'd, play 1 Hirudegan card with the energy cost of 4 or 9 from your deck or hand. Then shuffle your deck if you look through it. And you can't play copies of this card for a turn. If you didn't play a battle card, choose 2 cards in your opponent's hand, discard them, and then activate battle, KO this card, choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards, and KO them.
So it has a lot of ways you could just KO it itself or just do anything.
Yeah, I do like how you KO itself and you're still gonna get stuff out of it, and you get to KO 2 of your opponent's battle cards, so you control their board pretty easy.
I agree. It's pretty good. And then 9-drop. This is one of the 9 drops you could play. It has unique, has blocker, has revive, so you could revive it.
Okay.
Activate main, 1 green energy. If your leader card is green or a Phantom Demon card, you may choose 1 Hirudegan card with energy cost of 4, 6, or 7 in your battle area. KO it. Play this card from your drop area, and you can activate main skills on this